Time is the most valuable resource on planet Earth. Time directly relates to human capital. Since the moment we are born, our time elapses. So, people sleep for 6.5 hours per day, they work for 8 hours per day, they eat about 2 hours per day. All the time they do that with their mobile devices. They are in the internet. And time is a very important thing for all the digital giants that are trying to keep people engaged. It's very important for the marketeers who know that people who spend more time on their websites are more likely to buy their products. But nothing compares to 3 to 4 hours per day that we watch television. Average. Close to 3 hours in Europe, 4 hours and 20 minutes in the United States. People spent in front of the TV screen. Actually, nothing compares to this in digital. TV is a very important part of our lives. It forms our political views, it informs us, it forms our sports addictions, if you like. TV also forms our consumer behavior. I would argue that without television, modern-day capitalism wouldn't even exist. However, TV doesn't innovate. We've seen no innovations in television since its birth, besides the fact that it became from black and white color. I wouldn't say that becoming HD is actually something more than a quality improvement. We innovate everywhere in our lives. We innovate in the way we work, in the way we communicate, in the way in healthcare, in education, in finances, everywhere, but we don't innovate in television. It's the same old thing. Why is that? Is that because television business model is so robust that it doesn't need to change? To my understanding, TV is not adequate to modern-day society. 10 years ago, I stood on this stage on the first Webit and boldly said, TV is dead. I was so fascinated by the rise of IPTV. For the first time in history, television didn't need to be delivered one way. There would be a back path. It would be a bidirectional communication. So this bidirectional communication means that the television would go one way, then the users will respond, and this I saw as the end of linear TV programming. How wrong was I? Telecoms did nothing. The same old TV channels they streamed linearly to the viewers. They replaced their coaxial cables and rooftop antennas and satellite antennas with IP connection, but nothing in the model the TV was viewed. TV stations did nothing. They cared less about interactivity. They cared about their business model, where to get the money from the advertisers, only the viewers counted, not their experience. Advertisers didn't grasp the opportunity as well. What changed the game was digital video. It grew so much that it even became the biggest factor for the growth of the internet. People didn't want streaming linear content anymore. They wanted to watch wherever they want, whenever they want, whatever they want. So they got it over the top. TV stations were no longer the ones who provided this experience. There are two stakeholders on which depends the future of television. Us, the viewers, and the advertisers. If we as viewers stop watching, TV is dead. If the advertisers stop giving them money, TV is dead. So let's look at it from the point of view of advertisers. What is the business of television? The business of television is to sell the products of its advertisers to its viewers. It may sound cynical, but how it works. Televisions create content which they align so the viewers can watch. They play advertising, which creates perceptions in the consumers' minds. They go to the shops, they buy the products from the advertisers, the money go back to the television. That's the ecosystem. So from the point of view of advertisers, television is no longer this vehicle which drives business to them. If we look at the data for 2017, digital overcame television. This trend is self-explanatory. Digital is so powerful that it killed the print media, newspapers and magazines, the radio. Now it's on its way to overtake television. Advertisers use digital because it is targeted, measurable, and effective. TV is massive, but not effective. How about the other stakeholders, the viewers? Viewers are not happy because out of the 3 hours per day they watch television, 30 minutes are spent browsing for content, zapping through the channels. There is nothing to watch, so they try to find something to watch. Viewers are not happy for another reason, but I just want to tell you that video on demand is not any better. 20 minutes per day, people engage with video on demand search. They're not happy because of the advertising as well. Me as a man, I'm not happy when I have to watch commercials for women diapers. I'm never gonna buy them. The same is for women when they watch commercials for prostate disorder medicines for men. Obviously, they're not gonna buy them. So this irrelevant advertising creates frustration. Yet, there is a good GDPR regulation on the internet, but I don't remember where I signed to watch irrelevant TV commercials. So the problem is not television. The problem is technological, and it is broadcast. Broadcast is when one TV station is broadcasted to millions of TV households. But one for all is not good anymore. This has to die, and this will die. And my vision is about unicast, a future when different TV streams will be generated for each individual viewers. A thing I call My TV. It is a dedicated, customized TV channel which knows my habits, knows what I want, and delivers it when I want it. How simple is that? This would be a business model where everybody wins. The advertisers, because their advertising will be targeted, measurable, and precise. The viewers, because they would receive what they want. The TV stations, because they will enter into a modern age when they will sell targeted advertising and be competitive to digital. And the telecoms, because they will participate into an ecosystem in which they were not a part before. This is possible right now. All the technologies that enable it exist. They even exist here on Webit. It's a question only of telecoms and broadcasters joining forces together to prevent a future without television. Imagine it. Imagine that someone switches off all television channels right now. What is going to replace it? What are we going to watch? What are your parents and grandparents going to watch? What is going to form our views and opinions? The internet. Who will be ruling this media landscape of the future? Google and Facebook? Actually, this future is ours to build. And there are good examples in this direction. Everybody speaks about Netflix. Huge success. Netflix is so good because of its recommendation engine, because it offers the right content to the viewers. Amazon Prime exists, Hulu, and then the big giants Apple decided to release Apple Plus, and Disney Plus is coming. This market is changing, with or without us. However, we have a huge opportunity. This is a future where many new technologies have to emerge. In order for this to happen, we would need the recommendation systems. It will be a data-driven future. We will need big data from television, metadata, delivery platforms. We at HTech are spending our days with efforts to build that future. And I will welcome all of you to join us in the effort to transform the television, because from this depends our society. Thank you very much. Only one word in Bulgarian. This year, тази година, се навършват 200 години от рождението на Евлоги Георгиев, който основа Софийския университет. Нека отбележим тази годишнина. Thank you. Bye.